Welcome to Lifestyles with Terry Lynn. Happy harvest, Thanksgiving to everyone. And let's celebrate the fruits of our labor, whether we work in the garden or whether we have a full-time or part-time job away from the home. We make money to go to the grocery store and buy fresh produce and all the food you need for your Thanksgiving Day. All right then, let's get started. What do you say there? Today we're prepping ahead for Thanksgiving side dishes. I'm going to start with peeling sweet potatoes, and I got to cook cornbread also. I've got a number of other things to do to prep ahead for the side dishes that are going to be so delicious that you don't want to miss. And also they're going to be healthy side dishes, most of them anyway, not all of them. All right. I really enjoyed the harvest of these sweet potatoes this summer. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, I believe it was still summer, late summer when these were harvested. It was an early harvest. Boy, they smell good. I love the smell of a sweet potato, especially when it's raw. There's something about it. And aren't they beautiful? I love the color. Orange is one of my favorite colors. It's definitely a fall color. Pumpkins and sweet potatoes. I just love them. We're going to make a sweet potato pudding. I'm prepping today, but I plan on making it tomorrow or later in the day. So we'll see. This one's a weird shape, isn't it? I have some really weird shaped sweet potatoes. All right, I'm going to continue this and we'll see you after a bit. I've got my board cleaned off, my potatoes washed, and I'm going to give them a chop. They could be big pieces because I'm going to steam these. Okay, I'll just continue chopping away here. Aren't they? But they are beautiful. I just love them. I've shredded them like carrots and used them on salads and things before. So you can do that also. They're perfectly edible. They're not yams. Can't do that. You can't eat yams raw, but sweet potatoes you can. Okay. Okay, I've got a double boiler going here. Sweet potatoes. There we go. Cover them up. This will take a while. Well, I would have roasted them, but I'm going to be baking some cornbread. So let's make the cornbread. I wonder if anyone can guess what I'm going to make as a side dish. Yeah, you think it's going to be cornbread. I'm going to use the cornbread in something very delicious that makes a meal in itself. And guess what that is? Cornbread salad. I'm so excited about this. I made it in the summer for the first time, and it was delicious. My husband just loved it and raved about it. So I said, why not make it as a Thanksgiving side dish? So that's what we're doing. And then you can store it in the refrigerator for quite a while. It will last for quite a while. I found that out. And there's only 2 of us. And I'm probably not going to make a full recipe. And I'm not going to follow a recipe, actually. I'm going to go by my memory of a recipe that I studied online. And that's basically how I roll. You know, I just try to retain it in my memory. And that's good for me. But we're using Quaker cornmeal. And this will make a yellow cornbread. So I'm going to follow the recipe on here and gather the ingredients together. Yay, let's go. Here's everything you'll need to make your cornbread. Cornmeal, flour, baking powder, cooking oil, sugar, a little sugar and a lot of milk, and beaten egg. I'm going to put the baking powder, it's 2 teaspoons into the flour, just a moment. Then I'm going to mix my dry ingredients in a bowl first before I add the wet ingredients. Thank God this is new baking powder, because the baking powder I had before was getting old and it wasn't helping any of my biscuits or anything rise. So make sure you have baking powder that's not outdated like I did. It didn't expire until December, but it was not working. I've used it quite a bit over the last year or so. Mix your dry ingredients first in the bowl. Stir that around a little bit. And then start adding and of course that includes the cornmeal. Mix those up really good. Combine them very well. Then add your wet ingredients. Your egg, beaten egg. Trying to get every bit of that delicious egg. Well, delicious after it bakes. Provides some protein and holds everything together. There's the milk, sugar, the oil, everything's combined. Stir it very well. Mix it up. like so, like this. Okay, I'll continue stirring and we'll be spraying the pan, the cooking spray, of course. The oven is preheated at 400. I'm still stirring to ensure everything's mixed together. And I did check all my ingredients to make sure everything was measured correctly. That's a smart thing to do. I found that out. Okay. Before you bake the cornbread, you want to make sure the measurements are correct. Get all of that goodness into that pan so we can bake the cornbread. I'm excited about this. Usually I'm like everyone else, not everyone else, but the majority of the people I see on YouTube use Jiffy Mix. Oh, it's so convenient and it is delicious. So, but I like to make homemade cornbread every once in a while. That's why I bought the cornmeal a couple months ago. More than one thing in mind, but especially cornbread salad. Yay. Put the cornbread in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. Right. Now we're going to check our potatoes. Let's give them a good check. Test them with a fork. And they are soft. Good. More than fork tender. Just start mashing them right up there on the stove. We'll take it off this. Okay. You can mash them a little bit. Now, I don't want any of the potato to seep through into the water. I started to mash them right on this pan, but I decided not to. I'm going to put them into this container. And then we're going to mash them and finish mashing them in this container. Let's mash them up really good here while they're hot. It's easier to mash them that way, of course. Okay. Then we're going to let them cool a little bit and put them in the refrigerator. I'll be making a pudding, but you can just make mashed potatoes with these. Just a little salt, pepper, and butter. It makes a great mashed potatoes. I'm going to make some kind of pudding. And I haven't decided exactly what, but it's going to be eggless. I think it's just going to have milk and a little brown sugar. And maybe some cinnamon. But we'll figure that out. Okay. Tomorrow or whenever I decide to make this dish. This is a do-ahead thing. Saves a lot of time later on. While the cornbread's baking, we're going to chop some vegetables up for the corn salad. Prep ahead. Okay. Just love chopping up vegetables. It's a lot of fun. These came from the garden. These green peppers did. Yay! We got scallions too we're going to be chopping up. The cornbread is done. It did crack a little. That doesn't matter because we're going to be breaking most of this up anyway for our cornbread salad. I did put a little butter to glaze it. My husband may want a small piece of this. It may be hard for him to resist. And I had to make it look very shiny and delicious for him. I've got my green peppers and scallions cut up. I also want some onion for that. I have plenty of scallions left, but I just decided to want onion. My husband and I just love onion with all of our salads. Now, if you have red or purple onion, that would be beautiful, beautiful in corn salad. And I kind of wish I had it. It would be gorgeous. Okay, it's not going to take much. Little onion goes a long way. I grabbed a small tomato from the windowsill. This is from the garden. I gave it a good, smells fine to me. I washed it. And we're just going to store it in the fridge. Then I'm going to shred some cheese for the corn salad and for something else I'm going to make. I have some noodles in the refrigerator that are pre-cooked and some broccoli that's pre-cooked and cut up. I'm going to be making cheesy noodles. I just had to take a break and chill out with a cup of coffee just for a little while. I've been up since 5:15 and now it's after 9 o'clock a.m. on a Monday morning, Monday of all days. Here's my veggies. See, they're all ready to go. And there's only 2 of us, so I'll probably be only making what some people would consider a half a recipe, or it will not be doubled or anything like that. Now, there may be some left over that my family can try. We didn't grow up eating cornbread salad also. Well, I'm going to get back to it. I'm tempted to eat some of it. I love cheese, even though I know it's kind of fattening. Back to shredding the cheese. I'm done. I think that's plenty. I'll save that for something else. Cheese and crackers or something. I just love cheese and crackers. Nice little snack for mid-morning. Here's all the food I prepped ahead for my upcoming side dishes. 3 side dishes I'm going to be making. And notice I've got the chili beans and the corn in the background because I'm hoping to do that today. And they're a delicious part of the cornbread salad. Oh, that cornbread needs to cool some more before I can take a big chunk of that and crumble it up. All right then. So you see we have the shredded cheese, the veggies I chopped ahead of time, and the mashed sweet potatoes, which will make a great sweet potato pudding. Something different, you know. Here's some food my husband and I prepped ahead the other day. My husband cooked the bacon. That also goes on the cornbread salad. And I pre-cooked noodles and broccoli. Actually, a few days ago, and it's still good. And I'm going to be using this for the cheesy noodles with broccoli. Thanks for stopping by today. Prepping ahead is definitely the smart thing to do to make your Thanksgiving dinner run very smoothly. God bless each and every one of you. Happy Thanksgiving, happy harvest. God bless America. See you on the next one.